ายการประเภทนี้เป็นรายการทั่วไปสามารถรับชมได้ทุกวัย
ทุกคนรู้จักแบรนด์ช้างเป็นอย่างดีครับในฐานะองค์กรที่ใหญ่ที่สุดในประเทศไทยแห่งหนึ่งช้างมีเป้าหมายที่ใหญ่เลยละครับภายในปี 2020 ต้องการจะเป็นผู้นำในอาเซียนอย่างยั่งยืนด้วยอะไรคือเป้าหมายที่ท้าทายแล้วช้างจะทำอะไรจากนี้ต่อไปเราจะไปพูดคุยกับผู้บริหารของช้าง International มิสเตอร์เอ็ดมอนด์ เนียล คิมซูนครับ
If you look, the packaging change is quite critical, because I think consumers actually drink with their eyes, right? Not just with your taste. I mean, if you ask yourself, brand extensions usually do not work very well. Sometimes it can create confusion to the consumers. You wanted consumers to only remember one Chang, and it's the best beer that you have. There's no need to make any other choices. And so we actually consolidated, and we put a single effort and focus.
มาฟังมุมคิดในการบริหารของแบรนด์ช้างกันหน่อยครับกับเป้าหมายที่ใหญ่เหลือเกินกับการจะเป็นผู้นำในอาเซียนคุยกับ CEO ของบริษัทช้าง International จำกัด Mr. Edmond Neil Kim Soon ครับสวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Edmond.
Sure.
It has been 2 years, right? Almost 3 years for joining Chang, right?
Yeah, it's about 2 years. Just exceeded 2 years. Yeah.
How is
I'm into my third year.
How is it?
It's been very exciting 2 years. Yeah. Lots of things have developed for the Chang brand itself. So it's been a good 2 years. Yeah.
2 years, right? What is the first mission, first homework that you received from the, how can I say, the executive board or Kun Thapana or anyone else?
Yes, I think for me it was when we came on board is when we developed Vision 2020 together. And in Vision 2020, the aim was very much to make Chang the leading brand in Thailand, right?
Right.
And thereafter to be the leading brand in ASEAN, right? So the task for us then was to make sure that happened. And so that was itself a huge challenge for us.
Sure.
And a very exciting one. And so that's how we started our journey and embarked with the change that we brought forward to the market. Yeah.
Change. As for your vision, I heard about the Vision 2020, right?
Yes.
Sustainable leader in ASEAN, right?
Yes, yes.
What kind of leader do you expect?
I think for the whole Vision 2020 is Thai Bev as a group, right?
Sure.
So we would like to be is a sustainable leader, right? In terms of very much the size of the market of the business as a whole itself, and the fact that we are looking not just in 2020 but beyond 2020, and that's why you want it to be sustainable, right? So and that was very much the vision for the company, right?
So why you're here, right?
Yes. So that's why I'm here, managing very much the beer business. Yes.
How's about, how can I say, managing business, managing people, working with Thai Bev group?
Okay.
How is it?
Okay. I think culturally it's different, right? Because from where I came before. But I have been doing regional work, so I've been dealing with people in Thailand and all that. So I think Thailand as a country, it's a very nice country. I mean, generally the Thais are very hospitable, very welcoming, and you do have a lot of talent within Thailand itself, a good team to work with. So that itself was good. So I've got a team of good people to work with, very passionate, highly committed. Especially within Thai Bev itself. So that part was quite fun. And I also had very much the owners of Thai Bev who actually believe in what we're doing, and they're very passionate about the brand Chang and wanting to make it the leading brand. So there's a lot of support from the executives, from the management, and a lot of commitment from the entire organization and everyone within it to make it happen, right? Which I thought was really good. Yeah.
Nowadays, Thai see single brand, right? Chang brand.
Yes, yes.
Why you consolidate?
Why you consolidate?
All of
Okay.
your the brands under your umbrella?
Yeah. Okay. I think if you look at brands as a whole, for beer brands or generally brands around the world,
Right.
Brand extensions usually do not work very well. Usually. If they do extend, they're actually very small in terms of market share, and sometimes it can create confusion to the consumers. So what we wanted to do was we wanted consumers to only remember one Chang, and it's the best beer that you have. There's no need to make any other choices. Right? And so we actually consolidated, and you put a single effort and focus and get everyone behind just one. It's a lot easier in terms of execution, in terms of investment, and also in terms of communicating to the consumers. They're not confused, right?
Great.
Right? So you create that confusion, you make everyone focus on just that single flagship, and it is indeed the best brew that you have for the consumers. So I think that allows them to make choices more easily. Yeah.
Great. When we think about Chang,
Yes.
we should think about how could you describe the characteristics
of Chang.
and the brand essence of Chang brand, right?
Okay, it's all about the heart and soul of the Chang brand is about friendship, right?
Right.
It's about having friends coming together and making the moment memorable. So Chang brings friends together, right? Because we believe friends are very much an extension of the family, especially when you've got really close friends, right?
Okay. Let's talk about the domestic market.
Sure.
What still challenged you?
I think the domestic market itself, our aim is to be a leading brand in the market, and I think we are moving towards that direction. There's still growth that we can achieve and continue to grow some more. So I think the opportunities are still there, and our challenge is to sustain this growth that we have and really entrench our brand in this market.
What is the key factor for winning this competition? The distribution, the price,
I think I think it's a basket of things, right? First of all, it's a product, right? But the product has to deliver.
Right.
And I think with this new launch, the product delivers very well to the consumers. And I guess it's the brand. What does the brand stand for? So consumers must love the brand and what it actually means to them. So you have to constantly build that brand and be fully engaged with the consumers, right? And of course, brand comes with image as well as the right pricing, so that balance has to be right. And I think we are there so that the consumers feel that they are getting a lot more than more than they actually pay for, right? And I guess what is so important is about innovation. Consumers like a brand that is highly innovative, that is always refreshing itself to make it exciting and engaging. I think that's what we actually have, and we will continue to do that.
Right. One particular change I've ever seen for Chang brand is like you have changed the packaging.
Yes.
The bottle.
Yes.
How could you do that?
How could I do that? Okay.
Why you choose green?
Yes, green. I think it's if you look, the packaging change is quite critical because I think consumers actually drink with their eyes, right? Not just with your taste. I mean, if you ask yourself, a lot of things.
What is that drinking with my eyes?
Yeah. Because it's all about brand building, right? And it's what's appealing to you first. I mean, generally, what attracts you first is what you actually see, right? You say, oh, so really very nice. And then once you see it, you get attracted to it, and then you pick it up.
Right.
And then when you taste it, the product has to deliver, right? So I think in our market, it's very important that the product is represented in its right form and very appealing. And I must say the color green, first of all, it's very much aligned with the brand color, right? And green itself, it's appealing. It's also lighting and very soothing. And I think it just appeals very much to the consumer's eyes.
Right. We have two major competitors in this market, right?
Yes.
Could it be the third, the fourth competitors, or just two competitors are the best combination of this market?
I think currently now it's largely just two. I think it's hard to have others because of the nature of the market itself, right? So I think at this point in time, we are looking at largely two main competitors. Yeah.
Okay. คุณผู้ชมครับฟังทั้งเรื่องของการสร้างแบรนด์ของช้างในปัจจุบันรวมไปถึงการแข่งขันตลาดในประเทศเดี๋ยวพักสักครู่เดียวครับช่วงหน้ากลับมาดูกันหน่อยว่าช้างกับการไปลุยในตลาดอาเซียนเขาทำอะไรบ้างครับ CEO Secret Break นี้มาคุยกับ CEO ของช้าง International กันต่อนะครับ We see ช้าง have successfully expanded and penetrated this country's market. And what about the market in Vietnam, CLMV?
Yeah.
What is your strategy?
Okay, our aim very much is to make sure our our home market, which is Thailand, is very nicely entrenched, and that we are in a very good position. And thereafter, to go beyond the Thailand to the neighboring markets, very much ASEAN. So we are already in some of the key markets. We are already in Singapore, in Malaysia, in Cambodia, and Laos. And we'll continue to expand and look at where the opportunities are, because that becomes our long-term sustainable growth. Right.
Right. Okay. I'm talking with the executive from the huge brand like Chang. This year, 2016, what are your concerns about doing business maybe in Thailand, in ASEAN? Any concern?
Okay, I think overall it's just the economic climate, what's happening globally, to see how it actually impacts this part of the world. So I think we just have to be watchful of the macro factors that is affecting the business. Otherwise, for us, it's very much ensuring that we have got the operations in place, we've got all our brands in a good position in terms of both the equity and to make sure that the organization and the people continue with executing our strategy correctly and very much with full commitment. Right.
Right. How do you see the trend of beverage market in ASEAN, and what would Chang's position there?
Okay, I think in the overall beverage market, it's still growing. It's still growing overall. There's a lot of competition, and consumers are constantly changing. Right, so it's important for us to understand the consumer needs, what they are looking for, and to ensure that our brands deliver and meet those needs.
Right. Before you joined here, you have worked for multinational company.
Yes, yes.
The beverage company.
Yes, yes.
How could you apply the tactics and the management and your work experience to Chang's workplace? To Chang life?
So I think like before this I was in an MNC, right, for over 20 years. So they do have some very good policies in terms of brand management, in terms of people, in terms of leadership, right? So some of these skills you can actually transport over to Thailand in the market. So I have actually over the years inculcated some of these values to become my own personal values, right? And use this as I manage the business in Thailand in terms of managing the brand, in terms of how I manage the organization, the people, to motivate them, and also how I develop my strategies and tactics on the ground. So that has been actually been very useful, and it's quite universal.
Right. What are the differences of working in New Zealand, Cambodia, Sri Lanka, and working in Thai?
I think it's very much about dealing with the people, right? Because culturally they're all quite different. So you need to make sure you know which buttons to press, right, to get the local team, within the Thai organization excited and motivated. And those buttons are very different in the markets, in the different markets that you work in. And that's where you need to be culturally sensitive and aware of how to change your management style and approach to fit the market that you're working in.
You know, it's quite tough for a foreign, how can I say, a foreign executive for working in other culture. What is your tactic to how can I say, to adapt or to get along with your people to make them trust you or break the ice?
Okay, I think it's about it's this whole value about just believing in people and being honest about it, right? So I think that transcends every culture that you are in. So to me, my natural self is I like meeting people, and I always think that everyone is good unless proven otherwise, right? And I take a disposition that you give me anybody that I have, I will put in my best effort to motivate and to lead them, because I think that's one of the strong value of a leader, and to be able to empower them to bring the best out of them, right? And I think that's how I actually approach the people I'm working with in the organization and business as a whole.
Right. Is there any principle or how can I say your core value or the thing that you hold it tightly and make it everyday daily life?
I think one of the key things is about integrity, right? Integrity in what you're doing, and to be very passionate about what you're doing, right? Passionate. So in other words, if you work really hard and give in your 110%, right?
110. How could that excess 10% come from?
The 10% comes from where you really believe, like for example, if you're managing the Chang brand, right? You must really believe in the brand and embrace it totally, right? So sometimes you end up dreaming about the brand, right? Because it's so much in you, right? At the same time, I think when it's time for you to relax and to play, and have your own free time, make sure you make the best of it also, right? So you work really hard and you play really hard at the same time. So I think in that sense, you get a good balance.
Right. What is your biggest regret or failure or how can I say inconvenient obstacle since you worked here?
Okay,
could you tell us?
I'm not sure whether regret. I've not. Maybe it's just the speed of learning and speaking Thai, right?
Really?
I think I should learn to speak Thai a lot faster. I've not been that diligent about it. So I need to find time to learn that language. Yeah.
That's a great answer. Yeah. And what about your leisure time?
Yeah.
Working as CEO of Chang International, I know it's really tough and hard. Yeah. How could you manage your time?
Okay. I think it's a lot about planning. I do have to admit you don't have. I don't have very much free time on my own because everything is planned. Like morning I wake up, I exercise and I go to the gym.
You have to plan your free time.
Yeah,
right?
you have to plan. You have to plan your free time. So I don't really have much time where I just sit down and do nothing. Right? Everything is planned. Right?
Should be planned.
It's planned. Right? So even I plan my free time. So I plan to have a free time, right? Because it doesn't just come, right? Yeah. Okay. So I just have to make sure that there's enough balance between my private time, my family time, my work time, right?
Right.
But every time is planned, right?
Yeah. Sure. So when you hear many people talk about, I don't have time, too much work or something like that, it really embarrasses you, right?
It doesn't embarrass me. What it actually does is, I think it's all about planning, right?
Right. Yeah. And as for your plan, as for your ultimate goal, you are at the top of Chang International from now on. What is your highest goal in your life?
For Chang, for
Both Chang and personal life.
Okay.
It's the same?
I think for me, in terms of work itself, my aim is to really make Chang a very strong leading brand in Thailand and in ASEAN. I think that's my primary goal, right? In terms of personal goal, it's very much about the family, right? I mean, you have to make sure that your family is all happy. I mean, and the kids are all doing very well, because I think that balance is very important.
Nice.
So you do well in work as well as the home front. I think that's important, right?
Nice. How would you like people recognize you as a good father, great leader, legendary boss, or something like that?
Yeah.
What do you expect?
I think it's about a leader that you can actually trust, right? And you can believe in. I think that's important. And that leader is the same, be it in the work front as well as home. Because at home, although you're a father, you're also a leader in the home context. So it has to be someone that your kids and your wife can trust and believe and dependable. Right.
Great. Such a cool conversation. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณครับ
ครับคุณผู้ชมครับนี่แหละครับเป้าหมายใหญ่ของผู้บริหารของช้าง International ท้าทายทีเดียวนะครับสำหรับการเป็นผู้นำในตลาดอาเซียนติดตามแนวคิดดีๆจากผู้บริหารในรายการ CEO Secret แบบนี้ได้ใหม่ในโอกาสถัดไปวันนี้สวัสดีครับ